this tournament being so close, basically, this one finishes, you have a week's break, and then you go to the candidates. Do you see any overlap? Do you feel like you're going to perhaps attribute too much energy, too much prep, show too many ideas in this one, without revealing too much, of course? How do you feel about the closeness between this tournament and the beginning of the candidates?
Well, to show ideas, you have to have ideas. I'm not too worried. No, it's I'd rather play something before than not. So I'm happy to play something before the candidates.
Yeah, no, that's a
It's
good
been a
thing.
while since I've played classical chess. I mean, I haven't played a single classical game
Is it
since the
since the
Sinkfield Cup.
I thought it was the Grand Prix, but Singfield was actually in December.
You mean the Grand
Grand
Swiss?
Swiss, yes.
Yeah,
Grand
it's
Swiss.
been over 4 months
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
or about 4 months. Yeah. Okay, then I played the Champions Tour. It's Rapid. I played the World Rapid and Blitz, Rapid Blitz. Then I played basically nothing. And then I
Hmm.
played Fischer Random,
Hmm.
which is class. Actually, I should say that is classical. So I have played classical, but okay, very different type of classical. It's a type of classical where you don't prepare for your games because there are no openings, um, which is just different because you know that you're going to get some position. While in classical, like normal chess, I know that if I want to fight for an advantage of white, if I want to get a game, if I want to get a chance to fight for a win with the white pieces, I kind of have to surprise my opponent a bit, or prepare something special,
Hmm.
have some new idea, or get a bit lucky perhaps. While in Fisher Random, I know that I'll probably get a chance, just like uh, as a rule. While here, it's definitely not as a rule. It's something that you have to dig quite deep for.
Is this something, the preparation before the game, the seeking for ideas, as you just pointed out, is this part of, let's say, the top level preparation, an integral part of it? Like, do you feel you're missing something whenever you don't do that? Like during the freestyle chess event, did you feel like you're missing something for not having to do this work before the actual game?
Um, well, I was sort of working on chess regardless,
Oh, you mentioned that
but
you
yeah,
you were doing some preparation, yes, but not for
yeah,
a
just
freestyle
general
or
chess work.
classical. Yeah.
But I prefer it. I mean, like it's less stressful for sure, and I know that it's just going to be a fight between me and my opponent, and there probably won't be like some outside circumstances like I could just get unlucky and not get a fight at all um because my opponent prepared a certain line where you have no chances basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they would play that line, but they prepared it right before the tournament and they just kill the game, right? Or sometimes that people try to kill the game and it doesn't work out because sometimes you get a position that the computer says it's 0.00 in like 10 different ways, so you stop your analysis. But it turns out that it's still a fight, and then you actually can outplay them. I mean, this has happened for sure in games I can think of in the last year. Like I beat Lanier in the World Cup. I was surprised out of the opening, got a position with absolutely no chances to be better, and then it was like an isolated pawn, and I was able to keep the game alive, maneuvered, and 6 hours of chess later, I've managed to win.
Mm.
So I never would say that chess is dead or close to dead or dying or anything. You can see all the tournaments that happen, like the Festival, Prague Masters,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
that no matter what happens in the opening, some fight occurs. Okay, there were some games where White didn't get anything and it was a draw. But like most of these games, it's like what's going on? Some crazy stuff happens. Um, Sometimes it's because people decide to experiment in the opening because they want to fight themselves, right? Even with the black pieces. Sometimes it's because they forget their prep. Sometimes it's because they get an equal position, but they don't, know how to play it so well. Or there's a million reasons, but stuff does happen, and that is pretty much a rule of chess. And that's why, like, I know not to be too worried about, what's gonna. I know some people are, but like to be super worried, like, what am I possibly going to do to try to get an advantage in this game? Because something will happen. I don't know what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but it's pretty much inevitable.
Yeah, no, mistakes always happen. Chances always arise in a game of chess. And this whole idea, this whole concept of chess is dead, chess is too drawish. It never happens. Classical chess is not dead. Classical chess is going to be here, sure. The entertainment value perhaps is more attached to the rapid and blitz events, but classical chess, backed by a lot of preparation, backed by a lot of prestige and value to the tournament, is always going to be a pleasure to watch and pleasure to play. So yeah, that's the candidates are coming. The candidates are definitely coming. Good tournament to start, let's say, preparing, start gearing up for the candidates. At the same time, it's also a different time control. We were just mentioning this game 90, 30 seconds, no increment, very different than the candidates, right?
Yeah, kind of different.
No second time control. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But okay, chess is chess,
Chess is
and
chess.
time, uh, what's the word? Time usage, knowing when to use your time, where to use your time, is part of the game, and that's why we have a time control. Otherwise, we would just, give the players 8 hours each and just say, well, think about, and then you would get maybe some very boring, dry chess because people will make very few mistakes. So putting your opponent in time pressure is part of the game. Knowing that people make mistakes and then perhaps trying to press your opponent on time, that is a legitimate strategy. In fact, it's probably one of the best strategies as long as you do it within reason without compromising your play too much.
Yeah, yeah. No, Fabi, great chatting. I think we covered what happened with the Team Chess battle. We also covered extensively the American Cup time format, your side of the bracket, or at least, the match that you're going to play, the general feeling of the tournament, and we'll see how everything is going to develop. I'm here in St. Louis to do some commentary for this one. I'm excited to get back in the commentary booth with Yasser and Anastasia. The games always, I believe, are going to start at 1 p.m. Central Time. If you're in the United States, I don't know what European time that is. You can find them on the YouTube channel, Twitch channel, and pretty much all the other socials of the St. Louis Chess Club. Mostly YouTube. You should check it out on YouTube. That's their, let's say, biggest production. So I'm excited for the tournament. I think it's going to be a fun one. I think it's going to be a fun one for the players, commentators, and spectators due to this hybrid, let's say, format. So very, very excited about it. Guys, we'll be chatting with you. Perhaps if you will get a rest day, maybe I'll catch up with you again. But until then, don't forget, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Support the channel. Check out the Team Caruana new swag. It's coming. I ordered you some samples, Fabi. So are you excited to wear Team Caruana shirt?
Very excited.
Excellent.
But I'm not going to do it.
You're not going to wear it.
So the excitement is an internal thing.
Should we send one to Anish? Do you have his address?
I don't, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. I know which city he lives in, but that's about the extent of it.
I'll try to find it and I'll send him a sample. Anish, if you're listening to this, which you probably are, send us your address. We'll send you some Team Caruana swag. I know you want it. Anyway, cheers, guys. Good night.